I didn't want a dog. I had just learned how heavy responsibility could feel, and I wasn't looking to add another living thing to the list. We were settling into a new house that still smelled like fresh paint and uncertainty. Boxes half unpacked, conversations unfinished. A dog felt like something meant for people who were more stable than we were. But my husband was already scrolling through photos, smiling in a way that told me the argument had already passed. "He'll keep us grounded," he said. I didn't know then how literal that would be. We brought him home on a rainy afternoon. He smelled like wet cardboard and nervousness, with paws too large for his body and ears that didn't seem to belong to the same animal. He tripped over nothing, slid into walls, and wagged his tail like he was apologizing for existing. We named him Milo. I don't remember why, it just fit. That first night, he cried, not loudly, just enough to remind us he was there. I lay awake staring at the ceiling, listening to his small sounds, thinking about all the things I wasn't ready for: responsibility, permanence, love that couldn't be reasoned with. By morning, he had peed on the rug and chewed the corner of a book I'd been pretending to read for months. I sighed, cleaned it up, took him outside. That was the beginning. Milo grew faster than we expected. Not taller, just fuller, louder, more himself. He learned our schedules before we did. He knew when we were about to leave by the way our keys sounded, and when we were about to argue by the way we stopped looking at each other. He was terrible at obedience. Commands confused him. Rules offended him. He jumped on guests, stole food off counters, and once dragged an entire roast chicken into the backyard like he'd won a war. I was embarrassed by him, more than once. But he was loyal in a way that didn't ask for recognition. When I came home late, exhausted and quiet, he didn't demand energy from me. He just leaned his weight against my legs, solid and warm, like he was saying, "I noticed you survived today." When our first child was born, Milo was suspicious. He circled the crib, sniffed the air, sat down hard like he was guarding something sacred without understanding why. He followed us everywhere, eyes alert, tail low. The first time the baby cried inconsolably at 3 a.m, Milo sat beside the crib and whined softly, distressed in a way I'd never seen. He didn't know how to help. He just knew something was wrong. I think that's when I stopped thinking of him as a dog and started thinking of him as family. Years passed the way they always do. Quietly, then all at once. The kids grew. We argued about money. We made up. We didn't. We changed jobs. We lost people. We celebrated birthdays we barely had time to plan. Milo was there for all of it. He was there when the kids learned to walk, tolerating unsteady hands pulling his ears. He was there when scraped knees needed something soft to cry into. He was there when the house felt too empty and when it felt too loud. He aged without drama, slower on the stairs, longer naps, a stiffness in his back that showed up on cold mornings. I noticed it before anyone else. I didn't say anything. The first time he didn't greet me at the door, I told myself he was asleep. The second time, I told myself he was tired. By the third time, I sat on the floor beside him and felt the shape of his ribs under my hand, sharper than they used to be. The vet was kind. That made it worse. She explained things calmly, like this was a problem that could be solved with the right tone of voice. I nodded, asked practical questions, and took notes I didn't need. On the drive home, Milo rested his head on my arm, the same way he always had, trusting, unaware, or maybe aware in a way I wasn't ready to understand. We tried everything we were supposed to try: medication, special food, adjusted routines. Hope disguised as effort, but time doesn't negotiate. His world shrank. The backyard became enough. Then the porch. Then just the spot near the window where the sun came in during the afternoon. One night, I sat beside him while the house slept. I listened to his breathing, slow, uneven, stubbornly present. I thought about the man I'd been when we brought him home, how unsure I was, how convinced I was that I didn't have space for something like him. I was wrong. On the last day, the kids said goodbye in their own quiet ways. One hugged him too tightly. The other whispered something I didn't ask to hear. I held him while the vet did her job. I felt his weight leave my arms in increments so small, they felt cruel. I kept my face steady because someone had to. When it was over, the room felt wrong, like sound had been removed from the air. We brought his collar home. I placed it on the kitchen counter and didn't move it for weeks. The house kept expecting him. So did I. I caught myself listening for his nails on the floor, his sighs, his presence. Grief didn't arrive as a wave. It arrived as an absence, as space where something used to be. It's been years now. The kids barely remember the details, just the feeling of him. The way he made the house feel safer, warmer, more alive. Sometimes I sit in the afternoon light where he used to sleep. I think about how he watched us grow, fail, and try again. How he loved us without conditions or expectations. How he stayed. I didn't want a dog, but I needed him. And he knew it before I did.